Hello and welcome back to Acme Acres. I am coming to you from the evening already. I don't know where today went. I mean, I do, but it just went really quickly. I just got back from Walmart. It is 5:35. Had a good old mooch in there, and I think I've said this before in a previous video, but whoever is running their product development department right now, absolutely killing it. I picked up a few clothing items and I'll show you those in a second. Hopefully I have enough light left to do that, but it has been such an interesting day with the weather. It's super cloudy and it looks like it's gonna rain, but it has not. And it's still warm, it's in the 80s, but it feels nice with the breeze. So I don't know what to wear. I'm currently wearing my go-to linen shirt, a dress which is also randomly from Walmart from probably like 3 or 4 months ago. I absolutely love it and I get compliments every time I wear it. And I'm that type of person that will be like, I got it from Walmart. There's no gatekeeping. I'm very excited to tell people that it's Walmart because don't mishear me. I love really high quality fabrics, and if something is made well, that's why I want to purchase it. And I have something else that just came in the mail that I want to show you that echoes this idea of I have a hierarchy of needs with the things that I'm purchasing. And on that list, and this is not in any order, but there's, it being local, it being sustainable, it being made out of a nice material, the quality of construction, the price point, all of those things come into play. And if it ticks enough of my boxes, it makes sense for me to pull it into my wardrobe, especially if it's a dress, because I know that's what I wear the most of. I've been toying with the idea of just throwing away all my jeans. I wouldn't do that. I would donate them. And I know I need to keep a couple pairs because they're really practical. They're good to work in, but I just don't feel as good in anything as I do in a dress. And if I know this about myself, I want to continue to purchase more dresses. So I did get some today. Super excited. But I think I need to go grab some of the cherry tomatoes before the storm materializes. If it does. The tomatoes have been going gangbusters and I need to chop them back. That'll be a task for tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I am going to throw on my new purchase from, new to me, but not a new item, purchase from Poshmark. I have a pair of Crocs. They're gray. They're fine. I'm not a huge fan of Crocs, but I can't deny the utilitarianism of them. And I didn't have another option that I was really thrilled about until I found these Birkenstocks. Now, I love or hate them. I like Birkenstocks, I always have. I don't like the idea of the suede, and that's what I was seeing all the mules and the ones with the completely closed toe and the buckle, because I don't really like my toes out when I'm out working in the garden or mowing the lawn or whatever. And suede is just a really impractical material for going outside and getting dirty. And I was like, I wonder if there are any Birkenstocks that are leather. And there are, and I found a pair of pristine chocolate ones. And I'm so excited. They're gonna last really well. I know the reputation that Birkenstock has. I know you can send them in and get them cleaned. It's easy to resole them. I'm really excited. So let me show you those first. All right, so I have my beautiful Birkenstocks, the arch support in these as a 35-year-old woman. Very much appreciate. They are glorious. They are leather and they're this beautiful chocolate brown. I am so excited. They're super wide in the front, so my feet can flop around in there. I can put winter socks on with them if I need to throw them on to come out here. Super excited with that purchase. But yeah, I have a crap ton of cherry tomatoes, and I try to leave these on here for as long as possible because the riper they are, the sweeter they get, and that's really how I like to eat them. Honestly, I'm probably gonna eat a couple of these while we're out here, but they are going gangbusters. And I'm so grateful to my Aunt Karen for giving me these two plants. These are plants that were grown from seeds from my great aunt Genay, so my grandmother's sister that is also named Genay, which is where I got the name from, passed down from my mom. And this is the most prolific plant ever. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. The tomatoes that come off of this thing are so sweet. They are absolutely delicious. Luke and I, every time we come out here, we just eat handfuls of them. There's not very many that make it into the house, if I'm being honest. And they've put every other tomato plant to shame. So I'm definitely going to be saving seeds from these, which I would really like to do in a video with you guys, because it can be kind of confusing. Saving seeds is something that I haven't heard a ton of people talk about on the internet. I'm sure there's those niche channels, but if you're not really looking for it, it's hard to come across. So I would love to make my mistakes along with you all, and hopefully you can learn how to save some seeds while I am. All right, we got quite a few of these, so I'm gonna get these inside. All right, we still have the sun, so I thought I would show you guys what I picked up at Walmart. I am constantly impressed every time I walk in there with the style of the items that they have, the timelessness, the amount of fabric that is in some of these dresses. And there are a few that I tried on that I liked, but I didn't love. So I left them there, because that is another thing I'm trying to do, is to be even more intentional with what I'm bringing in. And if it's not a hell yeah, it's a no. So I left a couple of those there. Now I'm going to take my shoes that I've been wearing today off, because I did get a pair of shoes there. Weird, crazy, I know. Now this is the go-to flats that I always wear. I love a ballet flat. These are from Margot. I wear a 38 wide. They make wides. This is why I love this brand. Now this is an expensive shoe brand. It's not the most expensive, but it's definitely like higher than a Walmart shoe would be, but they last me forever. And the fact that they make wides in these is a huge deal, because I can't wear this type of shoe unless it is a wide. And I've got these in a ton of colors. I've got round toe in chocolate brown suede, which are these. I've got round toe navy blue. I've got round toe black ones. I have pointed tan ones. And then I have a pair of pointed black slides, like mules. And then a pair of gold sandals from them. But yeah, I absolutely love every shoe that they've come out with. And when I see a pair on Poshmark, which is where I get the majority of them, I got these on Poshmark, I will just snap them up. So I have my alerts on for that. And there's no branding on the outside of them, the only labels on the inside of the shoe. So I really, really, really love them. They make heels too. Their heels are not necessarily my style of heel. I will show you a pair that I have gotten recently, but their flats definitely are. Now, I did a little bit of a TJ Maxx peruse, because I've still been trying to get my hands on a couple of like pieces for Halloween. And I saw these Jessica Simpson brown chocolate suede mule heels. And the heel is not too high, but it's not a kitten heel, because I can't walk in kitten heels. I've tried. Can't do it. They have to be at least this tall, or it's not going to work for me. So I guess this is probably like 3.5 inches probably. And I love a good brown suede. They are literally the shoes I just showed you, but in a pointed toe heel form. And I absolutely love them. I'm trying to think if they'll work with what I've got to try on here. But yeah, they are super cute. Really padded sole. I will give it to Jessica Simpson, or whoever on her team put the cushion in here. They did a really good job. So this was a great buy from TJ Maxx. So the first pair, I did get 2 pairs of shoes technically. I have been on the hunt for a decent looking pair of open-toed slippers. I know that probably sounds weird, and apparently it's not a huge thing that's available, but the slippers that I have, my feet get so hot and sweaty. So I want a slipper because I need the cushion, the arch support on all the hard floors here, but I need the ventilation. I need my feet to breathe. And I saw these. So they are pretty much the color of one of our cats, so that will be really helpful on them not looking dirty. And they've got a nice sole to them, and they're really cushiony. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna snap these up. I think they were $18. They quit putting the prices on the price tags at Walmart. That's another thing I've noticed. But I think they were about 18 bucks. I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna wear those this evening while I make dinner. And then I was shocked by this. I'm not a tennis shoes person. I have a pair of silver ones from, I can't remember who they're by. A pair of silver ones. I'll just get them and show you. So as far as, you know, like aesthetic tennis shoes go, I've got a silver pair that are from Johnson & Murphy that I bought in the airport when Luke and I went on a trip one time. I love a good pair of silver shoes, and these are really comfy. They're not as cool as my other ones. My other ones were pointed toe and they look like Oxfords. I do miss them. If I can find them on Poshmark, I'm buying them again because these are cool, but the other ones were cooler. And then these are a pair I got from Walmart. So these are my cheetah print. I guess they're supposed to look like the Adidas or the Puma ones that are popular. I don't keep up with that stuff, so I don't know, but they were really comfortable. But these, they do look really big on the feet. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I got some wide feet, but not that wide. So these are more, I would have to be wearing something more slim fitting if I'm gonna wear these, because they're big, they're wide in the toe box, which again, very comfortable. But I wanted something, I've been on the hunt for something that's a little bit slimmer, but is probably more like a chocolate color, more of a neutral. I mean, leopard's a neutral in my opinion, and I saw these. They are a chocolate brown, and this probably looks white on camera, but it isn't. It's like a cream color, and they are really cute. They look very narrow, so I was very wary when I was trying them on, but they are really, really comfortable. Super cute. I don't know what they're supposed to be imitating, but they did look very like cooler than I am. So I thought, maybe I should get these. The details are just really good on them. And again, they just made my feet look really slim. I'll put these on with the dress so I can show you. Because I did get a dress. I may have gotten more. I don't remember. And then, again, with the I want my feet covered at all times in this house, I'm going to I'm going to pull these apart. These are, what brand are they by? Joy Spun Low Cut Lounge Socks. Now, why do they call them low cut lounge socks and not just low cut socks? Well, let me show you. So they have got little grippy bits on the bottom, and I can't wait to put these on. All of the ones that I have that are grippy on the bottom are super tall socks. So they're, these hit right below your ankle bone, basically. All the ones I have are at least this high and higher. And let me tell you, as a thick calfed person, not flattering. Do my lounge socks need to be flattering? No, they don't. However, would I like them to be? Yes. Does it make me feel a little bit better? Yeah, for sure it does. And if I can feel more put together, more ready for the day, I do get more done. So I do think there's something to that. So I cannot wait to put these on my feet. Oh my goodness. On to the clothing. Actually, I think I only got one dress, and then I got a skirt and a shirt. This dress seems so much more high-end than it is. I will show it to you on, because this is not going to do it any justice. But it has this, I think these are called ginkgo leaves, and the color it's brighter on camera than it is in real life. It's a really great muddy green. It's a high neck. I can wear it either a cardigan over the top, a sweater underneath, a sweater on the top of it, and it's a really nice maxi length on me. It hits like right above my ankle, and I just thought this was absolutely adorable. So I'll put in a clip of me trying this on. Okay, so here is the green dress, and I will show you, ignore any bra strap situation, but it is like a spaghetti strap situation that you can adjust in the back. So there's little buttons on the inside, so you can adjust the length of these. Again, that is a detail that is mostly on higher end clothing or a higher price point clothing. The ability to adjust the length of the straps that isn't one of those little sliders, it's an actual button. Very impressed. The ruching up at the top here is a wonderful detail, and then that continues down here. There's a nice wide band of ruching in the middle, so it gives you, I hope you can see that, it gives you shape, but it's not tight. And again, big old pockets. Fit an iPhone 16 Pro Max in there. It's great. And I put it with just the cardigan that I normally wear around the house. And see if I can back up enough to show you. I've paired it with the brown tennis shoes, and I am actually super thrilled with that. Super cute. I could wear this with a smaller cream cardigan. I'm trying to think if I have it in here. Ahaha. So if I'm not lounging around the house, because this is definitely more of a lounge around the house cardigan, I've got a cropped long sleeve cardigan in here that is a little more white, but I think it works with the cut of this. Cute. And then you've just got more of the dress showing, and I am just so happy with that. And these little shoes, man, I didn't think I'd be a tennis shoe and dress person. I haven't really tried it that much, but these are making me want to be. But yeah, super cute. And then the next things I saw, I've never worn this type of outfit, I don't think ever. And I did not expect to like it as much as I do. I don't know if that will change. I have mixed feelings. I really liked it in the dressing room. And Walmart is not like a super flattering dressing room, so I feel like that says something. But it is a toffee colored corduroy skirt, really long, with the slit on the front that doesn't go up super high, because you know me, I'm a modest gal. But yeah, it's a midi, probably I would say midi length corduroy skirt. I'm a sucker for corduroy. I got it from my mom. We like corduroy. I am excited for that skirt. And then I tried it on with this little mock neck. It looks like sweater material, but it isn't. And it's got that little half turtleneck situation, this beautiful burnt orange color. And I really liked it. I'm still shocked by that. I am still shocked by that. We'll see if I like it here now that it is at the house. So I'm trying to style this up without all of my fall cardigans down here. I can see them up there, but I don't have the energy. But I just wanted to show you this. This is that orange sweater-like material top and the corduroy skirt. Still have my brown shoes on, and I've got this darker brown cardigan, which could definitely work. I also have like a forest green cardigan that's really long that I think would work really well with this. Because you know I probably wouldn't go out with my arms showing, but the tones of this, I know it's kind of giving like a little bit school teacher. I'm fine with that. I did not expect to like this skirt as much as I did and still do. I think this is Time and True brand. I've still got all the tags on. But yeah, I just thought this little top was so cute. Great to layer under stuff as the seasons start to change and you still might be a little bit hot. And the color of this is not dark brown, which I appreciated. And it's kind of a contrast to all of the chocolate brown that I have in the wardrobe. It's a nice, still neutral, but it really kind of breaks up the outfit. And again, still got the shoes on. I want it to be fall. I want to see a big pile of leaves right outside the window right now. This is making me definitely want to wish summer away. So I can't do that right now, but it's so cute. So there's a couple of other colors of this top. I think it came in like a jewel toned green. I was wondering what that feeling was. It was my necklace. There we go. I look more styled now. I think there was like a jewel toned green and a cream color. And the cream did not look good on me. I didn't really like the tone of the green. It wasn't for my skin tone, but they were really pretty. And of course there was black, but yeah. So this would be the vibe, or with like a green cardigan to add another color. And I could wear this with boots as it gets colder. I could wear it with tights and flats. I don't know what came over me. I am liking it. I think it looks really cute. And then, last but not least, these are just basic items, so I don't think you need to see these on to get the full effect, but a really wonderfully toned, sleeveless, little layering tank top. Perfect chocolate brown. If you don't know, I like brown. I really like brown. I used to only wear black and gray. I realized it doesn't suit me at all. And I've been slowly trying to transition my wardrobe into more brown and cream instead of black and gray. I hope that makes sense. And then I just saw this on an end cap. It's like a slightly more relaxed fit a little bit of a marl to it. So it's got some other colors mixed into it. Little brown, very light sweatshirt. And I thought this would be super cute with a pair of jeans or a skirt, or when I'm working out with my activewear clothes. Super cute. Actually, I have also ordered something else. This didn't come in time. I was going to wear this to the Panthers-Steelers game that I got to go to with my friend and Luke and her husband. Not Luke's husband. He's not a her. Obviously, you get what I'm saying. I said that out of order, but you'll figure it out. And I just didn't want to wear jeans. I ended up putting my jersey on top of a black, really nicely fitted Target dress, which actually, let me show you that too. Remember how I just said I wasn't buying black anymore? Anyway, this I bought over a year ago, I think. And it is a really classic fit and flare tank dress that is a midi length. There's no slits, a lot of fabric, cut really well, fits me phenomenally. I wish they had it in brown, but it fits so good. And I knew that it would be so versatile that I picked it up. And I'm glad I did, because I wore this and then I put my jersey over the top of it and kind of tied it up in the front, and it was like I was wearing a skirt, and it was amazing. And I don't think I've ever felt better in football gear in my life, because most of the time it just feels very uncomfortable because I have to wear jeans. And I didn't want to wear jeans so bad that I did an overnight order from Walmart. This is a free assembly jean skirt. Now, it doesn't feel like the 90s mom jean skirt. If you know, you know. The jean skirt, jean dress, it's got to be a nice cut, or it's going to look very, and I say this with so much respect for homeschool moms, but it's going to give homeschool mom. And that's not what I want. That's a very dated look. That was a huge thing in the 90s. I remember the jean dress or the jean skirt and the big hair. It was a thing. But this is a wonderful, again, a ton of fabric in the skirt. It's a dark wash. It has like a little cinching tie on it, so you can make it as tight or as loose as you want. And it's got this pleating detail that is done in that gold, kind of gold color thread. And I need to press it. It needs some serious steaming and pressing, but it's got pockets, which is phenomenal. And most of the items that I buy from Walmart, I am finding the ones that are the higher quality are a brand called Free Assembly. And I believe Free Assembly is another offshoot of Scoop, which is another brand that Walmart carries in-house. And I believe the designer of both of those used to work in actual fashion. I think he used to work for the Limited maybe, or something like that. Someone will correct me, hopefully in the comments, but he's an actual fashion designer, which is amazing. And I think Walmart is very, very smart to realize that people want to be able to dress nicely in classic silhouettes and not have to spend a fortune on it. And I think that they've realized that that does actually work and people want to buy it. So yeah, I am super, super stoked with that. So let me try this on with the brown tank top. I know I'm keeping this, so I'm taking the sticker off. This is the little tank, and this is that jean skirt. Now, I'm less sure about the jean skirt, especially since the thing that I bought it for, theoretically, I don't need it for anymore, but I do still think it could fit in my wardrobe. I like the fullness of it. I like the pleats. It just needs to be steamed really well, but I like it. Let me see if it goes with that cardigan I just had on. The tone doesn't really work. This is definitely more of a cherry undertone, like a redder brown. Dang. Yeah. I do see cardigans that it could go with, though. They're just all still up there because it is not time yet. I say that as I'm trying on clothes. Now, this has blues in it, and if I wore a different shirt, it could go well with this. I don't think the brown works, but a little long cardigan moment. Add some interest. I haven't made up my mind on the skirt yet. You'll have to let me know because I'm not sure. I do like it. I think the idea is great. And again, I think being able to get things like this at Walmart, killing it. Absolutely killing it. Wonderful price points on all of this stuff. If it's still available, I'll try to link it below. That's the only thing that I will say is they're killing it in the game, and they know they are. This stuff is going like hotcakes, and they're not necessarily keeping a whole lot of stock of it online. So if you do like something, you should really jump on it, because I was looking for other colors of a few different tops, and it's just sold out. Rightly so, and I don't need everything, but it's really exciting. And while I'm here, let me try on the it doesn't go with this at all, but I'll go ahead and try on the, what is this called? Sweatshirt pullover. So this is not an outfit that I would necessarily wear, but the quality of this, I was just really blown away by. Just a very cool, oversized, cozy situation. But yeah, super thrilled with today's situation. I'm glad that I stayed long enough to try stuff on, because normally I see things I like and then I just leave it there because I don't want to try it on. I get really impatient and I just want to go home. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but all right, shoes are off. I think it's time for some pajamas for me. I think that's going to be it for tonight. I don't know what I am doing for dinner. I know it's something. Lucas requested vegetables because we definitely have not been eating the greatest the past couple of days. So I think I'm going to make squash and onions, which is, I mean, it's literally just what I said: butter, squash, onion. I normally throw a zucchini in there too because I like zucchini. But you just cook it until it caramelizes, basically. So low and slow with butter and olive oil, avocado oil, because I don't use olive oil really anymore. And probably some chicken. I wonder if I have a marinade still left in my freezer. I need to restock the freezer. That's something else I would like to do with you guys. Some fall recipes, maybe. I bought some leeks, so I'm going to make, hopefully, I didn't check the recipe, but hopefully I can make a double batch of leek and potato soup with bacon and put some of it in the freezer, because that is really nice to just be able to warm that soup up when you've had a long day. But I'm going to figure out what we're going to have for dinner. And I would normally bring you guys along with me, but I don't even know what I'm doing. And it'll probably be something that I've already cooked before. If it ends up being something mind-blowing, I'll show you, but it probably won't be. But I hope to see you all bright and early in the morning and hopefully be able to get outside, get some work done in the garden. Good morning. I can still say that because it is 10 minutes before 12 o'clock. It was a late one. I stayed up a little too late, got up a little late, and I am currently letting some cinnamon rolls that I prepped last week rise. They look very jiggly. I'm very excited about that. I made strawberry ones last week. I am so sorry that I did not record that. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I made 2 different versions of cinnamon rolls, one to freeze and one to bake the next day. I will make those with you at some point because they were absolutely delicious, and I use my strawberry jam for them. I would like to make a lemon, I don't know if there's cinnamon, I don't think there's cinnamon in the lemon ones, but it's like a lemon curd roll. And then I'd love to do a cherry roll as well. And I just like having, you know, one nice cool dessert a week, normally on Sundays. So either for like breakfast or for dinner, something sweet, something fun. I get to still bake, but I'm not overwhelming the house with baked goods because that's not good for me being able to fit into my clothes. But yeah, they have proved really well. There's a lot of the cinnamon juice flowing underneath them though, because they were frozen and then they were in the fridge overnight, and they've been rising in the proving drawer for like 2.5 hours. So getting ready to pop these in. I've got the icing right here, which is, again, I made a double batch last week, and it's a nice thick cream cheese icing. Very, very excited. But before that, I wanted to go ahead and get just a tiny little bit of caffeine because I need the motivation that it's going to give me, but I don't want to be anxious. So I am going to use today's sponsor, Mud Water. You guys have heard me talk about Mud Water over and over again. It's my go-to choice when I don't want to have a coffee. And it tastes like a hot chocolate chai because it does have chai in it. It's got cacao. It's also got lots of different mushrooms to help support me and my brain function. And it's also got some cinnamon, turmeric, turmeric and Himalayan salt, which for me makes it like a salty sweet snack situation. And it has got a little bit of caffeine, no added sugar, and it's not going to give me a crash like it would if I were to drink an energy drink right now. So I've just got a little cup of steamed milk, and then I'm going to get about a tablespoon of the powder, and it really does just look like hot chocolate powder. I'm going to put that in there. And then the best whisk ever, because you just have to press the button and it stays on. I don't have to hold down the button the entire time. Now I'm normally really messy at this, so let's see if I can splash it all over the counter for you guys. And voila, so I've got my nice, I don't know if I can lean this far enough to show you, but I've got my nice warm cup of something satiating that's going to give me a nice sustainable amount of caffeine for my day. And if you guys are looking to try it out and you want something to get you through your midday slump, you can click the link below or scan the QR code that's on the screen. If you use the code Acme Acres, you get 15% off your starter kit plus that frother for free, which I use that for everything. It is the best frother. I've gotten rid of all the other ones in the house because it's just that good. So yeah, thank you again to Mudwater for sponsoring today's video. I need to get these cinnamon rolls in the oven because I'm very hungry. So let's do that. While I am waiting on the cinnamon rolls, I wanted to talk about the plans for today. So I'm gonna go pick up a huge box of beef from a local supplier. I've been trying to find something like this for a long time. I've used Good Ranchers in the past, and I do really like the quality of their meat. What is the other meat brand that I've gotten in the stores? I think it's like Force of Nature. That's what it is. So Force of Nature meats, most of their meats have heart, liver, kidneys, things like that ground up into it. So I do really enjoy their products. If you're looking for like an ancestral blend type of ground beef, they have bison, they have all kinds of stuff like that. So I do like them as well, but I wanted a local beef supplier. And I mean, going to that farm stand in Reedsville, and the woman there, I was buying a whole bunch of beef and she said, hey, by the way, we're going to be doing bulk beef boxes because we've just slaughtered a couple of our cows. And if you would like to have some, you can just tell me how much you want to spend and I'll create a box for you. So I told her, and I'm going to go pick that up today. I am optimistic that it will cause me to have to clean out the freezer. So I'm hoping that it is so much that I have so much good meat that I will need to go through the freezer. So that's something I want to do today. That will be fun. I can't wait to cook with different cuts of meat and just kind of go through that experimentation process to make sure in the future, if I would like to buy a half a cow, a quarter of a cow, what have you, that I am comfortable enough with all the different selections, cuts that come with that to use it all to the best of its purpose. You know, I don't want to not use something because I'm not familiar with how to cook it. So that'll be good. I also picked the theme for the big Christmas tree. So I bought a couple things for that. I don't know if I've bought enough yet. I'm trying to mock it up on Canva. Scale is hard, but I've been playing around with it. I think I need to get a couple more of each thing, but I want to show you what the theme is going to be. I don't think I've ever mentioned it before. I want you to guess in the comments. What is the theme going to be? Like, what colors do you think it is? What is the vibe that I'm going for? I'm pretty excited about it. And I got everything for 50% off. So I'm even more excited about that. That was really what pushed me over the edge to really pull the trigger on confirming what the theme was going to be. So I want to kind of show you guys the pieces for that. Obviously, that's a long way off. I'm not trying to rush to Christmas, I promise, but you do have to plan ahead when we've got as many trees as we do. Oh, yeah. Speaking of things, I hope that if you wanted to get your hands on something from the Cozy Cabin Candle Company collection that you were able to. I'm so excited that that's out in the world now. I cannot wait to be able to gift some of those things to family members and friends. And I'm thrilled with what we've been able to accomplish as far as the way that they look and the way that they smell, the names, how much they mean to me, and the inside jokes that are a part of them here. here. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy them. And as you get them in, please tag me so that I can see it. Let me know what your favorite one was and any suggestions for potentially what the next one will be. And if you weren't able to get your hands on them, they are hopefully going to have a restock in the next couple of weeks. So definitely make sure that you are subscribed and you have notifications on. I will post on the YouTube community channel and also on Instagram whenever that restock has gone live. And if you can't wait for the restock, they are available for purchase here in Eden at O Sugar. It is off of the main highway here, which is Kings Highway, and you can pick them up at O Sugar. They're right when you walk in. There's a stand, and you just take them up to the front when you check out. But yeah, I am so excited. I'm about to go light one of those, or put it under my candle warmer, I guess, technically, the Bonfire Nights one. So it's a little early. Again, it's a little early for that, but the fall feeling is coming. It is slowly transitioning from summer into fall, and I'm really excited about that, as you can see from my purchases of fall colored clothing from yesterday. But yeah, I need to get some of these cinnamon rolls in my belly, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so I wanted to show you what I'm thinking about for the Christmas tree. So the tree is huge, and I wanted to keep it neutral. That way the tree still really shines, and this tree is gonna be really more like a familial family tree. So I've got frame ornaments that are round that I'm gonna get pictures of Luke and I's family on both sides and put the pictures of them in there. So those will serve as like the main ornaments, at least in my head. And then I've got this cream and gold ribbon that's kind of got like a natural feeling to it, not quite burlap, but kind of natural. And I'm gonna tie those ornaments with big bows that have strings running down. Again, everything needs to kind of be at a big scale on this tree. So I've been looking for some big scale items. So the first one are these beautiful Mercury style, like mirror finish etched ornaments. They are enormous, and I got quite a few of those. I still think I need a few more, but they're beautiful, and they kind of match the guest bathroom mirrors in there. So these are so well made, and I was really impressed with the quality, and they've got leather ribbons that tie all of them. The next one is this very large bell. So I've got a ton of these too, and they're in this kind of antique-y gold finish. They do ding, however, I'm hoping that nothing moves on that tree enough to make them ding. But I got a whole bunch of these, so these will be scattered around as well. And going with the bell theme, as you can hear, I got a set of the 3 little mini ones, and then a set of like 3 medium-sized ones. So these will give like a cascading effect when I put these all along the tree as well. And I got the same type of ribbon, but it's more fluffy on the edges and it's really wide. And I figured I could make some nice big bows out of this too to add to the 3D effect of the tree. But yeah, I've been playing around with it on Canva, and I can't wait to start making those ornaments. I am slowly gathering photos, and I'm really looking forward to getting those all printed off so that I can put those all together and just be able to have the family present with us, even if they're not actually physically here. So yeah, I'm gonna put, obviously the Christmas tree goes up right before Thanksgiving. So really looking forward to the plans for that, but I need to get a move on and go pick up some beef. So it's at the farm stand, and they're normally pretty busy, and I'm still not fully comfortable vlogging in public. So I will show you guys that haul once I get back home with it. All right, let's dig into this. I don't know what I have yet, so I'll go over that with you. I do know that I have 10 pounds of ground beef. I'm gonna put that in the freezer first, and then we can see what else we got in here. All right, 10 pounds of ground beef. And then we've got beef round cube steak. So I've got 1, 2, 3 of those. And then I got a couple more ground beef. So I got 1, 2, so 16 pounds of ground beef. And then I've got a big beef round sirloin tip roast that is over 2.5 pounds. And then I've got beef loin sirloin steak, another sirloin, a hanger steak, and a chuck arm roast. So some good stew meat and some steaks. So mostly ground beef, which is my preference anyway. My fingers are freezing now. But yeah, that is all for the ground beef. As far as pricing, so if you're in, oh, I am off of center. I am so sorry. So if you are in the area and you want to pick some up for yourself, again, it's the Farm Stand Mercantile and Grocery. I think that's the full name. And it was $300 for all of that meat. And this is locally raised in Reedsville, so about 20 minutes down the road. And if I were to order a package from Good Ranchers, which I have before, the pound weight of what I would get versus what I just got would less than half, and I would pay the same amount of money. So I much prefer to get it locally, and then I can actually have a little bit of wiggle room on what I'm actually getting. I don't have to rely on the company to pick it for me, because she asked me right before I went, would I prefer a full 10-pound brisket, or would I like more, like 10 pounds more of ground beef, which I picked the ground beef, obviously. But yeah, I am stoked for that. Well, good morning. I can still say good morning because once again, it's before 12 o'clock. I'm getting ready to go out into the garden and cull some of these tomato plants, hopefully plant the carrots if I can. I don't know if I have to wait till October or not, or September, October. I need to check the seed packet again and do some Googling, but it is a beautiful day. So beautiful. In fact, I need to put sunscreen on. This is Primally Pure. See if I can actually get it to focus there. I use all of their products for my nighttime skincare and in the shower. So I use their body wash, their tallow balms as a lotion, their, I think it's like a retinol alternative that they have in their tallow face cream. Then I got Luke using it too. He uses the one that has blue tansy in it, which smells amazing. And if you know anything about sunscreen, you know that a lot of times there's a lot of really nasty stuff in it. And then for me personally, as someone that has sensitive skin, I can't really use a whole lot of different sunscreens. And really good sunscreen that doesn't have nasty stuff is very expensive. And this is not. I am really pleased with the price point of this. Also the bottle, first off, it's gorgeous. Second off, look how you don't screw the lid all the way off. You just open it like that and then it opens the little hole at the bottom. This stuff smells absolutely amazing. And I was super excited when I saw them come out with this because the sunscreen that I have in the house is not good. It was bought because I needed sunscreen because I got burnt this summer, and it has glitter in it. I didn't realize that when I was purchasing it, but it has glitter in it and it's only like SPF 15. And I need to put a little bit of sunscreen on while I'm out today because normally my shoulders and the back of my arm, weirdly enough, like where my tattoo is, will get really bad. It's like where the sun wants to go and it just heats up. This is a mineral sunscreen, so you are going to get a little bit of that white cast because it uses minerals to protect you from the sun. Therefore, you will see said mineral on you, but it smells phenomenal and it's actually got like a blue tint to it. I don't know if that's from one of the oils that they use in it, but it's SPF 30. And it's a tallow-based product, just like most of their stuff is. And if you don't know about tallow, I'm not the one to speak on that. You can go down that rabbit hole. But really moisturizing, but it's not greasy. I don't know how to put it other than that. And the scent on this is lavender mint. And then they also have a lip balm that is SPF 15 in the same scent. So the last thing I want is sunburnt lips. If you've ever had sunburnt lips, you know the pain. You know the pain. So I have got, I think anyone that shops with Primally Pure can get an affiliate link. So this isn't a sponsorship or anything, but if you have been interested in trying their products or you want to try something that's a little bit more natural, you're trying to get away from nasty stuff in skincare or in your sunscreen now, then I'll pop a link and a discount code down below. But I need to get in the garden. I got the trash can out there already, and I got my seed packets. I kind of want to just take some time with my notebook and kind of write down what I want to plant, what I have seeds for, what I'm getting seeds for. Because I also got some seeds in the mail from Survival Garden Seeds. I don't know if you remember in my previous video when I was going through all my seed packets. All of my seeds are from Survival Garden Seeds, and I purchased these probably a couple years ago at this point, so they need to get used ASAP. I bought them before we finished this house, which was not a great idea because I didn't have a garden to put them in, but now that I do, I'm really excited to use them. They also tell you how to save the seeds from every single plant that you buy seeds for. So on the back of the packet, it tells you how to save those seeds so you can replant them next year, which I've not seen any other company do. I'm really excited to start that seed saving journey. I need to, the hawk's out today. I need to save some seeds for my tomatoes so that I can grow them next year too. So this last round of tomatoes that I get this summer, I'm going to take all those seeds. And basically I've seen people just kind of squish the tomato out onto a paper towel and let the seeds dry on there. And then once they're fully dry, pop them in a Ziploc bag. So fingers crossed I can do that, but yeah. Planning is underway. I've got my phone Googling, I'm writing things down. One thing I meant to mention, I'm getting my hair dyed tomorrow, and when I get my hair dyed, I apologize for the loud cicada or whatever it is. Before I get my hair dyed, I normally don't put any gels or anything in it when I wash it. And I thought this time, since I had something to do this morning and I actually wanted to look semi-presentable, that I would scrunch my hair like normal, just kind of while it's wet, just mushing the leave-in conditioner in there. And then I diffused it like normal, and my hair almost looks even better than when I use gel in it. And this is just really interesting for me because for me, as someone who straightened my hair or blew it out for years and years and years, you know, sometimes I can get into a little bit of self-doubt and think, you know, maybe like, yes, I do have wavy hair, but is it really curly or is it the products that I'm using? So it's really cool to see, you know, how soft my hair is and how curly it is with zero product in it. I put a leave-in conditioner in the shower when my hair was still wet, and then I diffused it like normal, and I have a lot of definition and softness. So definitely going to be doing that again. I am going to have to put it up in a second though, because it is warm out here. So what I've decided, I've got all of my Survival Garden Seeds in front of me. They are not sponsoring this video. However, they did send me a pack of 3 sisters, which is squash, corn, and beans. Planting those things in succession helps your soil content basically, because they all do different things to the soil. Again, not a gardening channel, so I'm not going to go into that fully, but I thought it was really interesting. And for my winter squash, I still need to check on that, but I think I can plant broccoli, kale, carrots, which I have some little finger carrots, some Imperator carrots, and then I have some of these from Burpee, which are the Nantes half longs. These seem really interesting because they're in like a strip, like let's see if I can show you. They're actually in a paper strip, so the seeds are suspended between 2 pieces of this really thin paper that dissolves in the water, so they're theoretically easier to plant. I bought these many years ago. Do need to actually, I think I tore the date part off, so I think these carrot seeds are gonna go, but I've got some from Survival Garden Seeds, so I think I'm gonna plant a little bit of both of these. So this one only grows 3 to 4 inches long, and then these grow to 7 to 9 inches long. So yeah, I'm gonna plant, you know, a couple rows of each of these. I think that'll be nice. So I've got my carrots, still need to Google the winter squash, the kale, and the broccoli. Now, where did I put my broccoli? I just had it. Okay. So I think that is pretty much what I'm settled on for the fall. I don't want to do a whole lot because I know I'm going to hit it hard in the spring and potentially be planting in different areas. So yeah, I've cleaned out quite a bit of the garden. I do need to go get some hay so that when I plant these seeds, I can kind of cover them over once they have popped out from the ground so that they don't get eaten by birds and stuff. Actually, I think you're supposed to put the mulch slash hay on top of them before they emerge so that the birds don't eat them. So not planted anything straight from seed in this garden yet, so this is really nerve-wracking and exciting. The broccoli I have to start indoors. So I might wait till next fall to do the broccoli because I'm not really set up in there yet. And that is not in my bandwidth of projects for right now. So, okay, good. I forgot about that. Cannot direct sow the broccoli. The kale I can direct sow. Carrots I can direct sow. So I'm going to nix the broccoli and then I'll look up the winter squash. And then I think these, yep, are direct sow if I can plant them now. So they're called winter squash, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can grow them in the winter. This is all things that I'm learning. I've got my labels and my Sharpie over here. And yeah, I'm gonna get some stuff in the ground. I'm so excited. So I have got carrots, spinach, and kale in the ground. Lots and lots of carrots. 2 little rows of spinach and 2 little things of kale because the kale gets really bushy and big, as I learned this past year. So the celery here is starting to do something. I'm pretty excited about that. Should probably trim off the bottom ones. The tomato plant has kind of taken it over, but that's okay. The echinacea didn't really do anything. It might be a late season situation, but we've got lots of tomatoes still coming in. I have some green ones that kind of fell off as I was moving things around and pruning, so maybe I'll try to make some fried green tomatoes. But yeah, we have got still plenty of tomatoes going. Of course, the cherry tomatoes are just going gangbusters, but everything is looking good. Still have a sad pepper plant in the back, but these are doing really, really well. Really, really excited about all the peppers that are coming in. They are very tasty. This one's looking nice. Got some jalapenos and oregano still going over there. I need to get some of these herbs up and dehydrate them so that I can put them in jars. So this is sage. I'm gonna rub that. Oh, smells divine. So I need to get the sage and dry that. Got lots of rosemary, lots of thyme, lots of chives. I wonder if you can dehydrate chives and then use them in recipes, because normally I just put them fresh on like eggs and stuff. The leeks, some are doing good, some are doing bad. One disappeared in the back there, but this one is doing really well, and so is this one in the front. Maybe I can show you. So excited about the leeks. They take a really, really long time, but got some over here that were kind of just throwaways that I popped in the ground when we got these plants. But yeah, now I'm gonna clean up all of my mess here. I think that is all the gardening jobs done for me today. I'm seeking shade under the tomatoes now because the sun has decided to come back out, but I put down the straw, got to go to Tractor Supply in my little mini truck, which is always fun. But yeah, hopefully we will see some seed germination in the next 2 weeks or so and see some little plant babies popping up. But yeah, I'm gonna go get in the shade, grab a cool drink, and just enjoy one of these cooler last summer days. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next Sunday. That's all, folks. Bye.